Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Code Laksh. Now, in this video, we'll be learning something that is amazing, right? So, here, what I will teach you is how you can just automate everything like sending emails or sending real-time notifications or automate your event-driven workflows in Express backend. Okay, not only Express backend, I will also make videos later on, and I'll be using something called ingest. They can see make any code durable by default workflows, agents, endpoints, background jobs, all the things. Now, ingest is something that you must use if you want to automate your entire application, or you want to have some background jobs like queuing something or scheduling something. So you can use ingest for that. So what I'll do is I'll simply sign in to my account, that is to my GitHub account, right? So let us authorize ingest, and after authorization it will redirect you to the dashboard. Now let me tell you, this dashboard is meant for production purposes only, and for free plan you will only have one domain, right? So here you can see it's asking me to upload any image, but I'll not for now. So just create my organization. Okay, just name it as code with Laksh YT. Okay, create the organization. Now after I create the organization, it will take me to my dashboard, and also side by side I'll just open ingest docs. So instead ingest docs, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will create my Express backend and show you how you can integrate ingest. So first of all, I'm gonna select Node.js because I'll be using Express. So let us just go ahead here inside my Visual Studio Code. I will just go ahead and create a new Expressions application, npm init -1. Okay, and after npm init -1, it has already created a empty. This is now an empty Node.js package. So here the type should be module, and in the description let us add a description that is tutorial on Express and ingest. Okay, so let us go ahead and create a new Express server. Before that, I have to install some packages. Let us install Express. Okay, let us install Express, and let us also install ingest, right? And let us also do one thing. Let us just also install mongoose. Okay, and okay, so here I have to type install. My bad. Right, so it will install these three packages. Let us create a new terminal again, and here what I'll type is I'll type here npm install dash capital D, and I'll be installing something like nodemon. So let it create the package.json. Yeah, we have the dev dependency, that is nodemon, and it will install all the three packages inside dependency object. Here what I'll do, I'll just create a index.js file, and I'll create a folder that is named as ingest. Okay, so this will contain all the necessary functions and everything inside this particular ingest folder. And inside this, I'll create one file that is index.js. Okay, so let's just first configure ingest. So here you can see we have already run this command, that is npm install ingest. This is how you can run a development server, but we have not initiated any APIs on ingest, so we'll not do this one right now. What I want to do is I want to create a new ingest client. So To create an ingest client, what we need to do, so first of all, read this. Ingest invokes your functions securely via an API endpoint at slash API slash ingest. So now it has installed ingest, express and mongoose. Let us also configure mongoose. So here at the root level, I'll create db slash index.js. Okay, and here first of all, I'll just import mongoose from mongoose, and then what I'll do, I'll just write a export async function. Okay, and I'll write a connect db that doesn't accept anything. And also I have to install something called .env, npm install .env. So it will help us to read the environment variables that are present in our local folder right here. Not only local, it will also help us in production web applications. So here what can I do? I can just write here that is await mongoose.connect. Okay, mongoose.connect mongodb localhost. I hope it's 27017. The port for MongoDB localhost, right? And then we will have something called express ingest. Okay, dash tut. And here what I'll do, I'll configure some models as well. So const, sorry, not const, console.log connected to MongoDB, connected to MongoDB. Let us save this, right? And outside that, I'll create a models folder inside which I will have a basic model, that is a user.js, a user model. So I'll import again mongoose from mongoose, then schema from mongoose. Let us go ahead and write there something like const user schema is equal to new schema. Okay, new schema. I will have some properties. Let us have two basic properties, that is one is email. Okay, now what will be the properties of email? Properties will be, first is it should be of type string. Okay, it should be of type string, and we will have something like it should be of type string, then it's required. Then we'll have something like trim. Okay, so just trim out all the white spaces back and forth. Then we may also have lower true. Okay, will not have this constant, that is lower true, right? And another constant, that is unique true. Unique true. Then we'll have something called password type string required. Then required is true. Then there is no constant like unique on this password. Okay, then we'll have something called timestamps true, that will insert two fields, that is one is updated at, another one is created at, into this schema directly. Then we will install something called pcrypt, or let us say argon. Okay, so let us go ahead and browse the documentation. So we'll be using argon 2, okay, for hashing our passwords. I think it should be argon. Yeah. uh, I don't remember which one is the correct package. Let me check. So yeah, so it's the correct package, that is Argon 2. We'll be using Argon 2 for hashing our passwords. Let us also install Argon 2. Okay, Argon 2. And we will also install JSON web token, but we don't require that. Okay, Argon 2, and we'll use node mailer for sending emails. And it failed. Argon 2 not found. What happened? Oh, sorry, there is a typo. Argon 2 node mailer. So it will install Argon 2 and node mailer inside the dependencies part. Let us go ahead and import. Let us see the documentation. So import Argon 2 from Argon 2. Okay, and here I'll define a function, that is user schema dot pre. I'll be using the save hook. Okay, pre hook, and the method will be save. Then we'll have one async function that will provide me the next function from Mongoose. Here I want that if not of this dot is modified password. Now what will happen is, if you don't provide this condition, what will happen is that whenever you modify email or any other property, if you're having like name, username, any other property, it will always try to modify the password. So I don't want that behavior. I want that whenever a user particularly changes the password, it should rehash the new password and store here. So here what I'll do, I'll just write go ahead and run the next middleware, where whatever is the next hook or next method. So run that, or else what you should do is this dot password is equal to, let us see, so await argon2 dot hash. Okay, argon2 dot hash, then we'll be providing the password. Okay, so this dot password, and just go ahead and go for the next one. So to save that, it's very simple, and we can also define some methods. Dot methods dot is password correct, which is also an async function. Okay, that accepts the password and returns true or false. So just simply return something like await argon2 dot verify. Okay, argon2 dot verify, and we have to provide the digest means the hashed string, that is this dot password. Then we'll have something called password. Save that and export. But I'll export user, that is mongoose dot model. uh, so export const user is equal to mongoose dot model user schema. Let us save that. And after saving it, what I'll do is I'll just simply run my nodemon utility. So nodemon index.js, we have not configured anything yet. So let us just go ahead and quickly do that. Import express from express. Assuming that you already have some environment variables configured, what I will do, I will just go ahead and I will write here import.env slash config, then const app is equal to express, const port is equal to process, dot env dot port or else 8080 port app dot get slash API slash hello. Let us use function keyword. Okay, it should take a request response object rest dot send. Okay, then message will be hello API. Then what I will do, I'll just listen on the port app dot listen. Then I'll just simply provide the port number. So here I'll run the node 1 index and it will not console log anything. Right, so here we are not connecting to the database for now. I'll be just telling you how you can fire events first, then we'll be proceeding towards creating emails. So here what I will do, I'll just go ahead and I'll just hit the endpoint that is slash API slash hello, localhost 8080 slash API slash hello. Now here you can see a message that is being sent here, that is hello API, right? So now I want to see whether I can fire this event using ingest or not. So to fire this event, or let us say to create a function in ingest, right, to fire this event, let us go ahead inside our ingest. Then we have this index.js file. So inside this index.js, we'll be importing that something called ingest. Then create a new ingest client. So provide your app ID. Okay, so we'll provide app ID that is express ingest. You can provide any app ID. It's not necessary that it should have the same name. Export const functions. Save it. And after saving this, you can see we are having something called this one, that is app.use slash API slash ingest. So let us go to our index.js again. Right here, what I'll do, I will import something called serve. Now this should be explicitly imported from ingest slash express because we are using express server. Then we'll be importing the ingest client that we just created. Okay, ingest client, and we'll be also importing functions from that same file. Now here app.use, so I'll use slash API slash ingest. Okay, slash API slash ingest. Then I'll just go ahead and go with the serve. So client will be ingest, then we'll have some functions. Save this. And as soon as we save this, we must fire this particular command. Copy this and here uncart. Okay, so here actually, as you're using ES modules, we have to provide the full file name and the path. Let us do a right click and paste this, and note that you have to change the port number because we are using 8080 port. Now as soon as you hit enter, it will ask you whether you want to install the ingest CLI or not. So just go ahead and say yes. As I have already installed it, started my ingest server. So here you can see I have a local host 8288. Okay, and here you can see that it's telling me no results were found. And if you'll see in app error, we have one error that is no functions register within your app. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to create a function, a simple function. Let us see how we can do that. So to create a function, we have something like this syntax. Okay, so let us create our function. Okay, so const will have hello world. So I'll just write an ingest dot create function, ingest dot create function, and I will write an ID and whatever ID you have provided while creating the client, paste it here. Then what should you do? You should go ahead and name the event. Let us say I want to name the event that is test slash hello API or API.hello. API.hello. Now, if I am doing this API.hello, you can name your event anything you want. As we have already created this API that is slash API slash hello. So I'm just writing here API.hello to ensure that this is fired from this particular endpoint. Let us name the function as API hello as well. So what we have to do is here, you can see it's going for an async function that accepts two things. One is event and another one is step. Okay, what this step will do is, what does this do? Step dot sleep. It will pause for 1 second and try to retrieve your data, and then what it will do is it will return a message hello then event.data. Now event.data will include a lot of things. Let me show you. We'll go for async. Okay, then we'll have something called event and step. Go for an arrow function. So what I'll do, await step dot sleep. Okay, then we can provide one ID, wait a moment, and provide how much time that is. We'll provide 1 second. Then what I will do, I'll just return data event.data. Okay, I will show you what we are getting inside event.data. Let us save that and export the function API hello. Now here you can fire the events manually as well. You can invoke the function that you want. So here I will go ahead, and here you can see it's telling me one function found, express ingest tut. So let us go ahead and see what are the functions. You can see this is my app. Okay, this is my app, and triggers, we have this trigger that is test slash API dot hello. Now what is this trigger? This is the function name, that is the event name. Okay, so we have to trigger this particular event that we want, then retries, number of retries and everything. Okay, so here we'll just click on this invoke, and here you can see it's asking me for some data. What I'll do, I'll just tell that name, and then we will have my channel underscore name. Okay, channel underscore name. I'll provide this. Okay, and I can also provide more information. One is age, that is 21, and save that. Click on invoke function. Now function invoked. Now let us see what does it give. Now it's going for status running. Okay, let us wait for it to get completed. And here, let me see what's happening here. So invoke, what happened here? Okay, so what happening is that we have to also do one thing. We have to also add some configurations like app.use express.json. We have to use this. Otherwise, it will fail to send the data. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just write a URL encoded. True. Save this, and what I'll do, I will just copy this. Yeah. So here you can see that if I'll show you again, okay, so runs, you can see we are getting a status of completed, and here you will see something else. Okay, let me show you. Uh, Let me collapse this. Here you can see a lot of things. The graph, that is how many seconds it took to make the request, the start and end time. It almost took 53 seconds. I don't think 53 seconds. Yeah, it took 53 seconds, right? So here is the run ID for the event, the app, the function, what function was executed, then duration, queued at, and the started at and ended at. Here we have some names like the event name, that is ingest slash function dot invoked. Where this particular thing came, what is this event name? As we are firing the event from inside this particular localhost, this particular UI, it's showing me event name. That this will be different if you hit the particular event from any API endpoint. We have some event ID then received at this timing. Okay, and if you see the output, what we are getting here, you can see we are getting this thing. Okay, that is age, then channel name, code then name will be this one, Laksharas. Okay, we are getting these three things. Now, what if I want to get some specific data? Let us say I want to get something like my name, my own name. So I'll just type here event.data.name, and what I'll do is I'll click on this rerun. Okay, and it will again run this particular function. Here you can see, and the output is name Laksharas Dash. Okay, so this is how you can get the data from your event. Okay, now let us go ahead and try to fire the same thing from here inside this. So here I will use something like ingest.send. Okay, ingest.send, and we'll have something called ID. Okay, what is the ID? Let us check the documentation. If you want to fire from an API, okay, trigger from code, here it is. So not ID, actually, we have to provide the name. Make sure that it matches this particular function event name. This should match. Okay, otherwise it may fail to fire the event. Then we'll have some data. Okay, data, and I will send some data like channel underscore name, and I'll provide this. So here what can I do? I can just tell it that which send a message, that is subscribe to then I can hit a plus operator to concatenate both the strings, and here I'll provide channel underscore name. Let us save this, and after saving this, let us go ahead and try to hit this particular endpoint from inside the browser, and yeah, so here I will just write that catch error. Okay, and here I should also go ahead with some next function. So next error, save this, and hello API instead of this event sent. Save this, and as soon as we go here inside of this particular API, let me go to the runs to the home page. Okay, and let us see what happens. If I reload this, you can see that as soon as I reload it, you can see it's giving me a message event sent, and right here you will have a new event that has been fired. Here you can see in under trigger the event is test slash API dot hello. Before it was ingest slash function dot invoked because we invoked from this UI. Let us see what we are getting. So event name is test slash API dot hello. Event ID received that, and it was very quick. It took just 1.2 seconds. In case of production service, it may take some time. Right here inside input, you can see we are getting a couple of things. One is event ID, the name, the data. You can use all this information to store in your database if you want to. Then we have data, that is channel name, Kodilaksh, and types. This is TS. I don't know what is it. What is it? Then we have some output message. Subscribe to Kodilaksh. Now, in case of event or data, you are also seeing something like underscore ingest inside the data. So that was some configurations of the event that may contain the event ID, event name, and all of the other things. You can copy the output if you want to. But now what I want is I want to perform something like background task. Okay, so in under local development or patterns, and under patterns you have something called background jobs. Okay, so let us go ahead and read the documentation. You can see that it's providing me something here, a function that is send sign up email. Let us just configure. So I'm back. What happened is I don't know. Actually, my mail trap was not working. The mail trap was like lagging straight away. So here I went on to another email service provider, that is Resend. Okay, so let us just go ahead and straight away log into GitHub, right? And after logging into GitHub account, it will show me my profile. You can see this is my profile, right? And I can link all my social providers and everything. So here I will be going through the documentation from recent, and here we have some API keys, right? So let us view the API keys. Actually what happens is you cannot view one API key once it's saved. So what I'll do is I'll create a new API key. Okay, new API key, that is YT video. Let us say YT video, and permission we have full access. Then domains, all domains, it's for now. Let us create this particular API key, and I'll copy that. Okay, here what I will do inside my .env, I will just store my recent API key, which is this. Okay, this is my recent API key, and obviously I'll be revoking this particular API key so that you don't have any access. So here we have some domains as well, some settings, right? Let us go ahead and see how we can send emails. Okay, so here let us go ahead and see how we can send some email. So with Node.js, I'll go for Express and how to send emails using recent. Right, so we have this particular configuration here. So let us do one thing. Let us just uninstall NodeMailer from our project. I'll just uninstall NodeMailer because we don't require NodeMailer anymore. Okay, I'll delete this NodeMailer config because we don't require that anymore. And here uninstall NodeMailer. Okay, so it will uninstall NodeMailer from my project, then npm install resend. Okay, npm install resend. Now after it installs here inside my project, I will just go ahead and send some email. So let us navigate to ingest docs again. So I'll just navigate to ingest docs again and I'll go for Node.js. Then we have patterns. In under patterns we have background jobs. Let us go ahead and try to send the user an email. Okay, so here let us create a function const send welcome email, which equals to ingest dot create function, then the id. What is the id? id is this one, express ingest due, then comma. Okay, we'll provide one event. So we will have user slash API, or let us say forward slash API dot sign up. So this is the event. Then async. Okay, async will have the event, then comma step. Okay, and what I will do is I will create a function inside a folder. I will create the folder that is named as lib. Inside that, send welcome email.js. Okay, now what I will do, I will just send the email, import resend from resend. Okay, then const resend is equal to, we have new resend process.env dot, what is the key, resend API key. Then we have export async function. Okay, send welcome email. Okay, send welcome email, it will accept email. Let us say it should accept the username. We have only email. Okay, we only have the email. It will accept only email, and what this will do, const data comma error is equal to await resend dot send emails dot send. So what will be from will be, uh let us say I'll provide my name, right? And then yt video at the rate resend dot dev to have the email address. Then we have the subject welcome email. Okay, welcome email. Then we can have html. Right, html we can have h3. So we can do something like this, we can provide backticks here. Hey, then we can have the email address, welcome to the website. Okay, I know that this is a very like this is the hard coded message, and you can modify this message if you want to. Now, if I encounter some error, what I'll do is I'll just simply throw that error, or else return data. Okay, and here inside ingest, I will go ahead and I will do one thing. I will do one thing. I will just write here await step dot run. Okay, step dot run. Send the user a welcome dash email. You can name it anything if you want. Then one async. Okay, async, which will have the let us say we can have try catch throw error. Here what we can provide is await send welcome email. So let me just rename it to event because it may cause some errors. Okay, because both are of the same name, so this should be named as send welcome email event, and right here email address should be event.data.email. Okay, and I think we are good to go. Let us export that. Send welcome email event. Save that. And right here what I'll do, I'll just simply go ahead and tell it that hey, if you receive any sign up, at the sign up endpoint we'll have the post method. Okay, post method, and this is our event. So format the document, this is our event. Save that and paste it here. So const will provide get email and password request dot body. Now if not of email, or let us say let us just do something like this. Field dot trim triple equals to empty string. Okay, so I'll just write here something like I'll just return a response rest dot status, a code of 400. Okay, then dot json message will be all fields are required. So here let us have a success variable that is set to false, and yeah, we will also send the success. Save that. And for the else part, what I'll do, I'll just directly go ahead and yeah. So here await user. I think I have exported the model. Yeah. So user await user dot create, and before await we have to annotate this function with async keyword. Await create, just provide the email comma password. Okay, then data that will be sent as the email address, that is very simple. email address, your account has been created. So let us save that, and after saving it, let us go ahead inside the Postman. Okay, you can use anything if you want. I am using Postman for sending and receiving requests. So allow, right. Let me close that, save and overwrite. Let me also save changes. Cancel, I don't want to save changes. Let us create a new request to http localhost, okay, 8080 slash API slash sign up. Better we provided the auth slash API slash auth prefix. Create a post request for the body part, send raw data in JSON form. Yeah, so let us send some JSON data. So what I'll send is I will just send here email. Okay, and then I'll send a password. I hope this should work. Save that, cancel. Let me see if we have any errors in our server. Yeah, so we have one error. Where is the error coming from? Inside ingest, we have to provide the full name of the file. Save that and it should be running. And throw new API error, missing API key. So what we have to do is we have to actually restart the server. Okay, and yeah, so missing API key. Why it's telling me like that? I have provided a recent API key. Uh, why it's process.env.recent API key. That's interesting. Recent API key. It's alright. So after a couple of debugging, I noticed that here, what I should actually do is this one right here, this ingest. The .env should be imported at the top before loading anything. Let us save that, and it shouldn't be raising any errors now. It's still raising errors. Duplicate function ID. What happened? Duplicate function ID. Uh, okay. So it should be fn1. It should be fn2. Save this, and it should be good to go. Yeah. So it's good to go. Let us see what happens here. Internal server error. Next is not a function. Where we are getting this error. Next is not a function. Inside user.js. Hmm. That's interesting. Next is not a function. Next is not a function. Why? So actually the problem is this shouldn't be like this. Whatever we have written here, this dot password, everything else was correct. We should also write a return statement. So actually here the problem is I have to provide something like this password, okay, and save this, right? So now let us go ahead to our postman, send a request, internal server error again. What happened? Next is not a function. Still the same issue. Let us just do one thing. Let us just omit this next function as it's raising some errors. Let us do it like this. Okay. Simply do one thing that if no one is modifying the password, just return and do not do anything. Else what should you do is you should set the password to the rehashed password or the new password. Let us send the request again. It should work now. Let us see what happens. Actually, what happened is I forgot to connect to the database before making a request. So here, what should I do is I should connect to the database, connect to uh, where I have declared that function, the db, that is the connect db function. Yeah. So connect db, and here I have to go for a dot then because it's a promise, right? Dot then, and first what I will do, I will try to connect to the database, then I'll be creating the server. There is no point of creating the server until and unless we like go and connect to the database. So here also I have to put this post inside the connection, everything. Save this, and here what I'll do, I'll just write a dot catch error. Okay, console.log error, and a process dot exit of code 1. Save this, and after saving this, let us go ahead, let us see what's logging here. Okay, so connected to MongoDB, let us send this again. Your account has been created. I hope it has fired some sorry, it has fired some C. Go to localhost port 8288. Let us see what are the functions that we have got. And yeah, it's still running. It should be sending the, so validation error you can only send uh, oh sorry, actually what happened is with resend you can only send testing emails to your own email only. You cannot send to other emails. So let us just go ahead and delete the entire user. I have to use my email address. Sorry, I connected to the wrong database. Here actually we have the Express Institute, I think. Yeah. So I'll just delete the center collection, that is Express Institute. I'll just drop the database and resend. Okay, let us see. Uh, it should send emails to me. Yeah, so it's completed. If I'll use the resend, you will see. Yeah, right here you can see we have got the email. Now, this is a very easy way to send emails to your client without bothering about like writing the entire code, entire logic to send the email. Right. So we simply use this ingest and automated this sending of emails. Right. So you can proceed further and create the login endpoint. You can send the user some emails like, hey, you have logged in from another device and so on. You can do everything if you want. So I will go ahead simply to my GitHub account, GitHub desktop, and I'll be pushing all the code to GitHub. Right click and format the document. Before pushing, let me ensure that I also have a git ignore generator. Before that, one important thing, I'm deleting this API key right now. Okay, so I'll delete this API key. Right, so let us go ahead and use this git ignore generator. First of all, node, then code editor specific folders will be ignored from Visual Studio Code and WebStorm. Create, copy, and dot git ignore. Right. Let's create a readme.md. Express plus ingest tutorial. Okay. And here install all the dependencies. Bash npm install. Then we'll have run the server. Okay, run the development server. Bash npm run dev, and I'll be soon configuring that one. That is the dev script or start script. Node, I'll just go ahead and tell it to run index.js. Then we'll have dev that will run node mon index.js. And I think I used the command to run the ingest server. Yeah. So this is the command to run the ingest server. Save it. Okay. And run the development server. Then run the ingest server. Right. And this is there. Right. So let me just go ahead and initialize one empty Git repository right here. Go ahead to GitHub desktop, add local repository. I will add this particular repository express ingest tut. Commit 9 files to master and publish the repository and not keep this code private. I think the code has been pushed to GitHub. So if we'll go to GitHub and somewhere around, yeah, so it's express ingest tut, right? So the code has been pushed to GitHub, and if you want, you can also copy and paste everything. Right. So here I have not modified the name. You can put your name as well. So I will end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and share this video to all of your friends who are interested in coding. Thank you.